Welcome everybody to episode number 3 to the Frag Illuminati. I'm the host today, Be Easy, with my distinguished guest, my man to the left. Introduce yourself, baby.
Who's to your left?
You,
Me?
Dre. You.
Oh, okay. It's your boy Lamondre. Lamondre. Got to spell with the L. That's about it right there, Jeff. Oh,
You
that
said
was
That
it.
means
Lamondre.
Yeah, that's my arch nemesis name.
you said,
Lamondre.
uh, go ahead, introduce yourself to the people who are new to the show.
Ah! Them Lions, baby!
Forget you, Slim. Forget you.
Them Lions! What you know about them Lions,
Oh,
baby?
you set me up good. You set me up
Yo!
good.
What up, though, yo? This is Rock coming from the D. Them Lions, they won today. Where you at, Antoine? Them Lions, baby.
You got a Washington fan here. Yeah, y'all Dustin's pretty good today, man. Real good. Real good. Everybody, the Cowboys is playing, so Lenard, he's sitting there watching the game, so he'll check in as soon as he can. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. Like I said, this is episode 3, the Frag Illuminati. I want to take some time out to thank all of the followers, all of the support, all of the love. We really appreciate it a lot. Um, in a little bit of time that we've been together and we put out the 3 shows we put out, we're getting a lot of positive feedback. Please keep sending us the feedback. We need to take care of business first before we get into the show. Please hit like, hit subscribe. Also hit the notification bell because we have some other stuff coming down the pipe that may be off the schedule. So when you got that notification, you'll go ahead and be notified of some of the things that we have coming down the pipe. So this week, what we're going to talk about is the signature scent. All of us got an extensive collection, but some of us may have a particular scent that is our signature scent. It's the main scent that we like to go with. So the way we're going to do it as far as the introduction, we're going to go around the table. We're going to let Andre start first. The next would be E, and then it'd be me talking about signature scent. So I know my man over there, Dre. My man Dre got about 400 bottles up in our house, man. Talk to us about signature scents and what is your signature scent? How do you determine which one you're going to use? And just go from there.
Man, when I'm still
Uh-oh, got audio
back
issues,
in,
Dre.
but I knew
You
I
there,
knew it was
Dre?
gonna happen as soon as.
It's all
But
good, man. We're going to work
yeah,
through
you
it.
hear
We
me?
work through it. Yeah, we good. We good.
Just say what you said again.
What's going on? Okay, there we go. So I usually, for my signature scent, I usually just pick whatever it is I enjoy the most out of everything I got. It used to be Blue Day Chanel. Now I've officially found a new one, which would be Zerjoff Richwood. I don't know what it is about that scent. Easily my best pickup of the year. I can't stop wearing it. Like I gotta wear it all the time. So like that's my new one right there. I don't think it's gonna change from that. I got plenty of other ones that smell good and are great and all that, but I think that one is signature scent worthy.
Hey, brother, this is another thing a lot of people ask. Like, you have your signature scent, you said is the Zerjoff. Do you have stuff that you may use, like if you have late night, because we got to keep it clean on YouTube. When you have that late evening entertainment, going out, going to special events and stuff like that, do a switch, or do you still stay with the same type of scent?
Nah, I didn't. For that type of stuff, I just go with whatever feels right at the time. I know
Mm.
there's a lot of stuff that I have to really put to the test right now, so I know I'm not just gonna be able to few that I want to put in play. Chris Collins, Dan Savage, or however you say it. I know that's gonna be nighttime activity worthy. Trying to think what else I got. a few of the Middle Easterns I want to put to the test, even though I feel like a lot of those can be worn at any point in time. I think what else I got? Them the only ones off the top of the head that I can think about that I need to put to the test. But I know I have plenty more. It's just determining which one is which, because I got this year I picked up a lot of. I feel like I picked up a lot of fresh fragrances. So you know with the fresh is I'm not really, unless it's just extremely hot, I'm not wearing them tonight. Oh, tripping. Couté. Unique luxury Couté. I gotta put that one to the test.
Okay. He's in the Couté. Okay.
I think that's how you say it. We can go with it.
Easy E. My man do those videos, the breakdowns. You ain't cleaning the
What
glasses
up,
right
though?
now. Kind of talk to us about your signature scent, how you pick it, what you wear, the whole nine.
I mean, well, in the true sense of the word of a signature scent, I don't have one. I got too many fragrances, you know, and I wear a fragrance maybe 2 a day, right? So when I think of a signature scent, I think of a scent that kind of describes me and describe my personality. I don't have a go-to scent where I wear when I don't have nothing else to do, or a scent that I just like wear every day to the office or this, that, and the other. But there are certain scents that I look at that describes me and my personality. And so, like with that, like last week I brought out the 40 knots. That's one. Oceania is smooth, it's fresh. It's right, it's smooth, it's fresh, it's aquatic. That's another one. Everybody know this bad boy, Naxos. That's it. That's up in there. All right. So and I'm gonna stop right here because a VIP just stopped in.
Hey, what's going on? Oh,
Right.
you done dipped out.
So
The Cowboys must be losing or something. My bad, E. Go ahead and keep it going,
exactly.
baby.
So we want to introduce young G-Man into the building. Turn your mic on, my man.
Trying to get a picture, man. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah, we hear you
now.
good. Rallying
Right.
them nice chips over there.
In between, what's up, fellas?
What
in
up,
between
though?
trying to get this
brother.
laptop, for some reason, man, my laptop don't want to hook up or link up. I had a problem with it last week doing the same thing.
Right.
Y'all get a video? Y'all get a video picture of me?
Oh yeah,
we
you
can
look
see
good, bro.
While you do that, let me
nothing,
do this
man.
real quick. Let me go through this roll call real quick while you getting your laptop together.
Yeah,
Natasha, thanks
give
for
me a
checking
minute, man.
in. Thanks for checking in. Can't win for losing. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate you taking time coming in. Tawana, I hope you're feeling a lot better and recovering from your surgery. Thanks for checking in. And Natasha, really, I want to give you extend a big thank you to you, because behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know you really been pushing and moving the link around,
That's
and all the
our number one
fellas
fan.
really appreciate you,
She
man.
been
Really
pushing
appreciate
it.
it.
That's the
And
number one fan. Hey G.
Oh, it's Gia. What's
Hey
happening, Gia?
G.
Hey, so I just wanted to take time out, not being rude, because I know it's a Sunday. Y'all could be doing other things, but you're here with the fellas talking about these fragrances, and we just want to take time out to tell you thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Lenny. Go ahead and get started. It was really hard for me to find a signature scent. I did the same thing Dre did because I first got into designer. Blue D Chanel was like my go-to. That's the one I really liked. And then as I started expanding my collection, all of a sudden I started drifting here, drifting there, seasons, certain occasions. Those were the particular scents and stuff that I like to use. But like currently right now, WAW, that can be a signature scent. It's like one of my favorites. It performed very well. You can use it for multiple situations. I used it at work. I used it going out. It had real good performance. I like the mixture. And then when I started looking at the notes, Warday is another one that I kind of like too. So I kind of alternate with those two. Before then, my signature scent was Sereno 21 from Xerjoff. It was really hard for me to put that down. I had a real big thing or fetish with citrus scent. So that was one of my favorite signature scents too. But what I also like to do is based off the situation, I may have like a certain go-to. Like when I went to a funeral, if I'm going to church funerals, certain things like that, I have a tendency to lean towards Creed, Green Irish Tweed. The Noxos, I like that if I'm going out to certain places as well. So the thing is that when you have an extended collection like the guys that I have on the panel, it is really hard just to say this is a particular scent that I'm gonna go to. And then I also think in some cases it rotate based off of the situation and as well as the weather. So Lenny, you good yet? You good? We're gonna have to send the police over there and check on you,
I'm,
brother. You
hey
good?
man, still trying to get this laptop hooked up, man.
Well, talk to
Yep.
us now.
We
You
got
know
we
you only deal with like two houses, bro. Like two or three houses. Kind of talk to us about what's your current signature scent and what goes into it as far as you picking which one that you use.
Well, I really don't have a signature scent,
Mm-hmm.
specifically one. Like you said, Bernie, I gravitate between a couple of houses. My
Mm-hmm.
my philosophy is this, man, and this is probably true with every fragrance house. You can find any and everything within the same house regarding whatever, whether it's going to be a fougere, whether it's going to be whatever type of fragrance you're looking for, is going to be carried within that house. Now, some houses may do better carrying, like for example, a Xerjoff may carry a fruity scent better than a Creed would do. But
Mm-hmm.
in the end, I gravitate to maxing out a house first before I move on. I get essentially what I want out of that house that I like, and then I'll gravitate toward the next thing that I have identified and go from there. I do sample out um, from time to time different houses because I look
Mm-hmm.
down the road too. So I don't necessarily have a signature scent. I wear mine based upon my mood. It even, some people wear it based on weather, but I'm like Dre, man. If it's 110 degrees outside and I want to put something on heavy and that's on my nose, that's what I'm gonna do.
well, if I can say something real quick, and
Go ahead.
we didn't got to know each other a few months now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we may not all have signature scents, but
Mm-hmm.
getting to know each other, we all have signature brands, right? Or
Yeah,
signature signature brands. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody know Dre as the Rosia Man. At least until he got into this Middle Eastern kick, right? Same with Bernie. Bernie was the Parfums de Marty guy. At
Mm-hmm.
least until he got into uh to the Middle Eastern kick. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows that Leonard, Creed, uh Creed and
Cloud
why can't I
Christian,
talk right now? But Creed,
I don't know what's going on.
right? Creed, and y'all know the other one, the one we just had the funeral for, right?
Cloud
So,
Christian.
yeah, Clyde
Quiet,
Christian, right?
man.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we know those to be y'all signature brands. Now, me, I'm a little all over the place. I got a lot of I guess you could say my signature is Xerjoff or Amirage because those are my main two. But we all have at least signature brands.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
I'm
Hey
with that.
Dre, what's your signature brands then?
Oh, it's still Rosa. I'm just on my Middle Eastern kick. Well, okay, I'll put it like this. So my main would still be Rosa. My
Mm-hmm.
new for the Middle Eastern side would be Dar Al T.
TV,
Ain't nothing that I've tried yet from the Middle East competing with them right now.
TV is mean. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I'm kind of like Leonard on that one. I got two.
So I guess my signature would probably be a Raven Oud and PDM. Those are like the two that I'll use. Now Teague is mean with it. I think if I get a few more pieces from them, I'll probably wind up moving them as one of my signature scents. They make some
I'm
very
with you.
good fragrances over there. Very good fragrances, good performance, and excellent. formulation is over there. So, all right, this is the time we can talk to the guests. Now, some of the people that's in the chat, you can mention some of the signature scents or brands that you like, so we can go ahead and talk about it on the show. I see. Oh, so this Jill. Okay.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
one
I
person.
know Gia on Clive too.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah, I know she on them heavy. Natasha all over the place. I don't know what Tawana is.
Now, Leonard, you said that those are your primary houses, right? That's how you always been, or is
Yeah.
that something that you migrated to, that you just stayed within a particular house?
I've been with Creed for a while since I got out of designers. I focused on when I got out of designers. I started focusing on Creed, and then I picked up one or two Clive Christians along the way. And between those two houses, man, I've been very pleased with what those houses they provide. They're two different fragrances. The quality of a Clive Christian is a lot better than the actual quality of a Creed. There's certain things like you're saying, certain places you'll wear it. There's certain places I wear Creed versus Clive Christian. To me, the Clive Christian is a more upscale type of fragrance where if I put a suit on, if I put a tux on, that's exactly what I'm going with. If I'm doing loafers or something, if I'm doing a blazer or some slacks, then I'll wear the Creed. And Flourish London is something I wear pretty much every day because it's a safe fragrance.
Okay.
That would be considered a signature scent too, then. That Flourish.
Technically got 3.
Well, when I say every day, what I mean by that is something that is safe to wear, regardless of how I'm dressed. If I got short pants on, Flourish London is a safe product for me to wear. I wouldn't necessarily wear that with a Clive because that, to me, the fragrance kind of goes along with the attire with certain fragrances to me. So I wouldn't wear a Flourish London with extremely expensive suit because I think I have better products that would fit along that category within that category.
Real talk.
Now, going through the chat real quick, Tawana said that her signature scent is Valentina Pink. Natasha said hers is Mugler. And Ebony Wood said it's Bond. Huh?
It's Mugler.
Mugler, whatever.
Right.
I'm trying to spit because this writing is so darn slow, man. It looked like Ebony got Bond 9, but she said I'm all over the place. Okay, my bad, because I'm trying to do this off my phone, and it's really hard to see.
Let me ask y'all this, and I want to ask the watchers, the listeners too, right? So, is there a specific fragrance, not a brand, but a fragrance that if somebody smell it in the air, they automatically looking for you? They automatically just assume it's you.
At work with me is Creed. At work is Creed.
Oh no, I'm tripping. You know who got me?
Who's that?
D Parks.
Oh yeah. Plead the fifth.
Every single time.
Plead the fifth. Now this is a question I want to ask all of the guys on the panel. I've been seeing a lot of stuff in forums and chats where people dictate what they wear as a signature scent based off of what their mate or the person they deal with like or don't like. Is that anything that you take into consideration when you picking your signature scent? I think that's what Drake is going to say. What about you?
Well, I'm by myself right now.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We both are. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you
were
with a particular person, would that dictate what signature scent that you will wear, or that has no impact what they like or not?
It does, because I do remember that, my wife could not stand that Tom Ford ombre leather. She could not stand it, so I knew I couldn't wear that around her. right?
Yeah.
But yeah, but other than that, pretty much everything that I wore, she liked, right? And her thing was two sprays, only two sprays. Because she like, if you more than two sprays, I'm coming with you. More than two sprays, I'm coming with you. But yeah, but other than Tom Ford Ombre Nomad, which I knew not to wear around her, I'm sorry, ombre leather. Ombre Nomad is my jam, but ombre leather, I knew I could wear anything around her.
What about you, Lenny? Did that dictate?
My
I know
wife,
you got your favorite houses.
yeah, I do, but I don't really have a, like I say, mine's based on mood. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I never know what I feel like wearing until that time comes, and where I'm going makes a difference, and what I'm wearing makes a difference. As far as my wife's opinion, she only tells me when it's something she doesn't like. She trusts my taste, she trusts my judgment. But like
Mm-hmm.
with everybody, there's a certain particular fragrance that she might not feel, or she'll say, "Well, I like this one, but I don't like that one." But then again, I give example. I wore Angel Share, and so she said, "Oh, I love that one." I turned back around
Mm-hmm.
2 days later and wore it again, and she said, "I don't like that one." So I I just base it upon what I feel like. Because then I mean we're that way. I mean, how many times have we done that? We go to a counter, we test something out, and we're like, well, I ain't feeling it. And you go back around and sample it again, and you're like, man, what was I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
what happens is that if you like me, you wear fragrance all the time. When you at a mall and you sampling it, you can't really get the feel because the one you got on is in the white, right?
Yeah.
So that plays a part into it. Um, Somebody wanted us to repeat that question. I think it was Can't Win for Losing.
Mm-hmm.
The
Repeat the
question
question.
was, do you take your mate's consideration mate's opinion in consideration when choosing a signature scent?
You should
Let,
respond.
let me let me let me. I guess I can answer that.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For any of us, that's gonna be no, because we have so many that if we did, we wouldn't have but a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think for the group, and I'm just speaking for me, but I'm pretty sure you all the same way. We buy for what we like, and if you like it, great. If not, well, that's great too. But we're buying it based upon the things we like. Now Dre's a whole different character, man. Dre just see a pretty ball and he's got to have it.
He said, add it to the list. Add it to the list.
Add it to the list, man. Half time Dre don't even know what he got. I think we're
Man,
gonna do a. I think we're gonna do a show on collection. Dre's probably got about 1,500 the last he counted, man.
I'm telling you, man, his Joe steep. That Joe steep. He could
Drake
do a cent of a day,
Drake
a
bought
different
that
one for
spice
probably
and
3
wood, and I
years.
don't think I've seen it since. I don't even think he can
um,
hear us. Can you hear us, Drake? I think
yeah,
we
I think he's
lost.
he
a
dipped
spot.
out, but he'll probably be right back.
He'll be back.
Hey man,
But
Mhm.
that's what
Go ahead.
Dre does when it gets hot on him, man. He fades out on him.
Go ahead, bro.
mm,
I guess in regards with me, uh, I want to wear what I want to wear, but I do kind of take into consideration what they like. But I haven't ran into a problem yet with a person complaining about a scent that I had on. But I typically wear for me. But I guess if I'm around the person or whatever the case may be, I would take into consideration, but I haven't ran into that problem. But I've noticed that it's guys that's like massively unloading certain colognes and stuff because my wife don't like it, this person don't like it, and I was kind of concerned about it. But I guess each their own because it's really subjective. But I always wear for me, but I never ran into a problem yet where a person had an issue. If anything, they kind of enjoy the fact that whenever I'm going out, it's always a different scent. especially if I go from a gourmand to like more of a stout masculine scent. They really like that. I guess what it is because there's always something different and they're smelling it off me. Because it comes off everyone's different. That they really enjoy that. But I haven't ran into that. But I'm noticing every day that I look on Facebook, you see people doing swaps and all kinds of stuff because of a scent that they really like and they use as a signature. They got to dump it because the person that they with don't like it.
Well, let me ask this question, man. Do you really believe? Sometimes I feel like they blind bought some stuff, or they going on based upon what somebody else has said, and then they buy it, and all of a sudden it's not what they expected. So they shift the blame with somebody else and say, well, rather than saying I screwed up, they just say, well, she don't like it because my wife may say something she doesn't like. So what I do is when I'm close to her, around her, I make sure I just don't wear that one. I have so many other options that I don't have to do that. Right. So that is being considerate, but some of that stuff is suspect to me, man.
I think Dre gonna cover that next week. Yeah, I think Dre gonna cover part of that next week.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what we talking about right now. I didn't hear nothing.
No, we're still in the same. I'm just going to have a question. Go ahead, E.
Huh? I just said the Cowboys just won.
Yeah, that's what
I'm talking about. Yeah, Antoine.
Hey, what's going on, Marcus? Now. I appreciate you checking in, brother. How you doing, man? We have Don E. Shaw. Thanks for checking in on the show. We really appreciate it. Again, it's a Sunday, and we really appreciate the fact that you came and sat down and chilled with the fellas as we talk about scents.
I don't like how I came back and everybody blaming me for stuff, man. What everybody blaming me for? So I don't like how I came back and everybody is blaming me for stuff. How that work?
He said blaming you for stuff. Ain't nobody blaming you for
nothing. You heard us. We were talking about the fact that you buy anything just based on how the bottle look.
The presentation is important.
Yeah. That's no blame, man. That's the truth. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still blame. It's all the blame. I don't like this.
Okay. Hey, that's a roundabout way of giving you credit, man. That's all that is.
I mean, I'll take it, but I'm just gonna complain about it because why not?
The Cowlicks. Oh wow.
Man, Lenny, they giving you the business.
Right. Somebody is taking somebody is personal about the Cowboys.
Yeah, Tawana Fist. A bunch of people had about them Cowboys winning today.
But you know what, man?
What's that?
I ain't heard nobody say what their team is.
Oh, you know who people's team is. Hey, you missed Eric in the
The boy Eric want to be so bad with a D team, man. He bought the wrong kind of towel, man. That's not Dallas, bro. That's Detroit.
Exactly, man. I'm looking for Antoine. I ain't seen him in the comments.
No, he's like the other haters. They're gonna go missing. When we win, they go missing.
So I just
Antoine, man, he on suicide watch after that loss today, man.
I gotta mess with Bernie in the meantime.
It's all good, bro.
Well, let me ask you a question, fellas. How did y'all get into the main like PDM? How'd you get into PDM, Bernie?
Good question. I was doing a lot of designer, and what ended up happening was the person that I was dealing with was trying to get me to go into niche, and the two that she introduced to me was Venice Creed and Pegasus Parfum de Marly. So the Parfum de Marly got there before the Creed did when I ordered it, and I fell in love with the almond. So then I started looking at the other offerings they had in the house, and I think Leighton was like the top one. I went and got Leighton, I went and got Carlisle, and then all of a sudden I just went down the line. And what I liked about Parfum de Marly, the freshies weren't that good, but they had so much of a variety. I really enjoyed it. And then once I finished off PDM, then I went to Creed. Since I had a Venice, I went and got a Venice Cologne. I traveled a lot, so I went and got the Virgin Island water, the Green Irish Tweed, and then I migrated to Zero. So that's how it happened. because I didn't know anything about meat. And those were the two she introduced to me. And then once I got into that house, I went crazy. I just went down the line, and then I jumped to the next one. Yeah, that was a good
Well,
question.
yeah, Andre, how'd you get into Roja, man?
Rosa.
I'm really afraid to ask that question.
Well, I mean, you should know the answer. Hype. It was all hype. I heard about no. I didn't even hear about it. I saw it. Somebody had a Rosa when I first really just got heavy into. As a matter of fact, when I really first started jumping off in the groups, when I saw it, I was like, man, I like that bottle. That got to be some good stuff. So I started doing a
But
little bit of research.
was it good?
Yeah, I love it. But
Because
yeah,
I must say this, man. Roja, I've sampled Rojas. I'm a Roja. Man, it's just like Clive Christian.
I don't know. It's not from Spain.
Right. It's not you have to be into it.
Yes.
And if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you just not gonna like it. I don't care what it costs or which one you smell.
Oh yeah, you have to. That is a house that you absolutely have to enjoy. And I can say there's a few that I've tried that haven't been the greatest to me. But
I see, Eric.
This the best road. Leonard says Rojas. I say
I don't know
Rosa.
why he says that.
Right.
It's Rosa.
This is the best Rosa. This is the best Rosa for the money. For the money.
No,
in my
that's
opinion.
a lie. That is a lie.
In my opinion.
Burlington 1819 would probably be the best for the money.
But I guess if you was asking me the question, I guess it would be Xerjoff. And the first Xerjoff I bought was 40 knots, and I fell in love with that one, and it just
fell in love with it.
Fell in love with it. I mean, I'm
still in love with it.
It's still in love with it, and I haven't found a scent that matched it since. And they haven't let me down, because if I had to say a scent from Xerjoff has let me down, it would actually be Starlight. And it really hasn't let me down. It's just the fact that I'm just not a fan of gourmands and gourmand.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You posted recently your top 15, not top 20?
15.
Trash,
Top 15. Okay, now, Bear, Burn, I hear what you're saying, man.
because he know what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm getting
deal with it. Deal with it.
I'm getting ready to get deep off into it.
You got it handed to you. Deal with it.
And my question, seriously,
Eric,
I want to
beat y'all. Live with
it. When I saw you post, man, I started to call you, man, because y'all in the Middle Eastern fragrances, I hadn't got that deep into it. And when I saw the top 15, it kind of surprised me that you didn't have a couple up in there, man.
I'm a loyalist. Bro. You got to work your way up to my top 15. And I know that Dre and Bernie about to give me shit because they love these.
Oh, they give me, yeah.
They love these Middle Eastern fragrances, and they are good. Trust me, they are good. But if you looked at my top 15, you know that those are not touching those. If you just by the nose, those are not touching those, and those are tried and true. And so it takes a while to get to those. And those are cats that they get a new fragrance and it's immediately in their top 10. Oh, this is my top 10. This is my top 10.
No, you see, I was making it to the top 10.
So you gotta call a spade a spade.
Right.
If it's good, it's good.
Right.
It's like I've seen your top 15, it's good.
Right.
For the regular world, we've stepped up. It's over. Get it out of here. Middle East is killing all of them.
All right, if y'all say
just
so. Like I said, I got just as many of those as y'all got. And all I'm saying is those are good, but they ain't there yet.
So is it gonna be a two thing, man? Me and Eric and Bernie and Dre?
About what?
About the Middle Eastern being the best, and then the Middle Eastern not being the best.
So what the
that would be good for another show. I wouldn't say they're the best. I'm just very impressed with what they do and how they formulate a lot of their scents. I was very impressed. I always thought they were gonna come off more like incense, real heavy, but they're very creative in what they do over there. So I wouldn't, we can say it for another show, but I wouldn't say that they're better, but it really enhanced my collection. A
Well,
whole
since we're asking that, I got another question.
lot.
With people probably thinking about Middle Eastern fragrances having a lot of oud in it, would it be safe to say? Well, would it be safe to say that most people's perception of Middle Eastern fragrances is heavy oud, and that's going to be prominent over anything else that stands out in that fragrance, or is that true or not true?
A lot of
For the crowd.
We can go around. Go ahead.
A lot of those Middle Eastern fragrances are more what you call it, mass appealing than what you would think, right? They're still not fragrances that you want to spray a lot of. You spray a lot of, they can become cloying, but
what's that word, Eric?
Cloying, meaning annoying, irritating, ready to take a bath.
break it down. Me and Dre ain't there yet, man.
Right. But yeah, that's only my critique. But of the ones that I have, those I mean the like Bernie said earlier, they're very well blended, and so you don't get a lot of the oud and this, that, and the other. Now, if you go real deep into it, like the Spirit of Divide, which I don't think any of us have gotten into Spirit of Divide yet. Right.
I'm looking at it, man. I'm looking at that house.
Right. Those you're gonna probably smell oud.
That's what, Eric?
Those you probably gonna smell oud. Spirit of Divide.
Will or won't?
Huh?
You say will or won't? Will or won't? I will?
Yeah.
Ebony says she didn't like Jerjoff, man.
She said a Scento overdose.
Yeah, overdose.
Scento overdose.
All right. What
word you want me to spell, Tawana?
Tawana always giving us.
Get him, Tawana.
I got a word I really want to spell, but we're live on the show, and I appreciate her support.
All right, so we got in 30 minutes. We ran a little bit over so that we can allow Lenny to get in. And I guess today I have to announce what my scent of the day is. It is Carlisle from Parfum de Marly. Take that, Mr. Mondale. Parfum de Marly is still in my rotation. I like Carlisle because of the fact it opens with apple, nutmeg, and saffron. So one of the things I really like is gourmand scent. That was one of the things that I liked with Jerjoff, with Italica. Torino 21, there's a few others that I have that I really like. That's gourmand. In the middle notes is tonka bean and rose.
Ooh, I love
then at the base you got vanilla and chew. I really like it because it's a masculine scent. It's not that much mass appealing. It performs real well when I go out and perform it. And I like wearing it to work, especially when we have meetings and stuff like that. So today was that was my scent of the day. Carlisle from Parfum de Marly. You can check it out.
You know I'm gonna call you out, guys. You posted this weekend.
Ebony on fire. She said Drake wore 10 cents of the day by 3 p.m.
Ebony is gonna get off me. She gonna get off my back. She be killing me.
All right. Hey, a lot of people coming in. I really appreciate that. Again, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thank you again so much for tuning in for episode number 3 with the Frag Illuminati. I'd like to thank my extinguished brothers and guests. Not guests, but brothers, Eric, Dre, and Lenny. Congratulations, Lenny, on your win, and congratulations, Eric, on your win. Everybody have a blessed week. Thank you again so much for the support. It really means a lot to all of us. So,
Leonard, they want to know your scent of the day.
Oh, wait a minute. They want to know what your scent is.
Let me see what I was. I wore Creed. I wore the Les Roll Lay Roll exclusive, and I wore the Amber White.
You blending over there. You blending.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just one.
Oh, you already know who made that.
Yeah, that,
Hey Dre, explain that necklace you wearing.
Let me go ahead and give some highlight here. Some
Ray, I hope
highlight
you
real
stop,
quick.
man.
Huh?
I hope you're not going down the road.
Man,
Look, he pulled over.
He's driving a Tesla. He got it on autopilot.
so Gia made me this custom bead necklace. This mofo is fire. Heavy,
Hold it still,
good
man. Get a
quality.
good picture of it.
Oh, my bad.
That's
14
nice,
karat
man.
gold with the red bead. I don't know the name of all the beads. I know it's some onyx or something, and she'll have to say all the other stuff. I don't know. I've worn it every single day. I love this mofo. So if you're looking for that, hit G up. Bernie, you supposed to been did that a long time ago. You playing?
No, she wanted me to do a wrist size. I just haven't got to it. Remember before the show started, I was talking to you about a lot of the stuff that's going on. I'm
I
gonna
know.
get that though.
Well, we're gonna talk to Gia a little later. So the folks that don't know who Gia is are interested in that type of message, and she's interested in putting that information out there. We'll put the link on there so folks can link up with her and see if they can get one of those type of chains.
No doubt.
Custom
No
made
doubt.
too, right?
Huh?
Custom made to order, right?
Yeah, custom
Oh,
made
yeah.
to order.
She go through the whole process with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know, man. You have something nobody else has got.
I know I'm special. And y'all not take that hot shot.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end this episode. Episode for this week. Stay tuned for more announcements
Bernie?
about the topic for next week. Yes, sir.
Okay, just touch on who our host is next week and what he's going to talk about.
The host next week is gonna be Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre.
You already know
And
the host.
he's gonna run his ad and talk to you about what the topic for the week is gonna be. Yeah, Dr.
Ray, you
I'm
already-
not talking about none of that. I'm talking about
I was
whatever.
being disrespectful. What was the show about next week?
How to buy, what to buy, and talk about the nuances of different options of buying fragrances. Is it safe? What to look for? Different options as far as buying. There's several different options you can buy fragrances from, and talk about the pros and cons behind buying different sources. So I think that's what he's going to touch on next week.
I just want to know not to get scammed. So you're gonna show me how to not get scammed?
I'm gonna show you the ins and outs. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. Because a lot of people just be
Right.
buying
That's
from
what's
anybody, but we'll get it all.
Everybody,
You're gonna teach
already
them
running
how to
out,
not buy retail, how not
everybody
not
to
doing
get
tuning
retail.
in. Dre gonna drop the plugs next week. He gonna give you the plug.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not trying to hide them from nobody. To get the plugs.
Trey ain't giving up his secret, man. Hey,
we'll get into all that next week.
You get that Rock Rose in, man?
No, man, that plug, but you know who it is, it's slow.
Don't tell me.
So, no, he still got it, but
You didn't
it's
get
slow. So, no.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting to make a move on it because you know he moves slow. So we'll see how it goes.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with buying retail,
Yes,
but
it
there's
is.
also different. I bought retail because a lot of things I have, you can't. It's not available other than going through a retail channel. But there are different options, and you'll share that next week for people. I mean, there are different options. Most people think you go to retail and that's the only way to get it. So
I'm laughing at this JC Penney.
80% of my collection, 85% of my collection I bought retail.
Well, I'm
100% of my collection I bought blind buy.
Drive by.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna even ask a question on that
100% of
one.
my
Man.
collection.
No, well,
I blind bought my whole entire collection. If anybody wants to know.
So, Eric, who's your football team? Did they win?
come on now, Lennon. That's
Come on
enough.
now,
Now
you
we
about
in
to do this
the
again, right?
episode
Come
right
on,
now.
yes. Yes.
Everybody have a good
Yes.
night.
You keep
and
trying to
God bless.
Look,
You keep
them
trying to
Lions
pull